4 steps to get your ex back. If you have lived for any length of time, then you have probably gone through a breakup. Some people say that the more you do something, the easier it gets. A breakup is the exception to that rule. Believe me, they don't get any easier. Most people really want to get their ex back after a breakup. If there was any kind of physical violence or harsh words during the relationship, then you would be best to keep it dissolved. There is no need to put yourself in physical danger. Learn your lesson and move on. If that was the case, there is a fairly predictable pattern to the majority of relationships. You meet, you date, you think they hung the moon. There is nothing either one of you could do wrong in each other's eyes. The longer you are together, the more you learn about each other. Yes, you begin to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. You see those things that you overlooked in the early stages of the relationship. Let me tell you, it takes patience and grace in a relationship. Those little things that might have been cute in the beginning are now starting to annoy you. This is when the relationship is really tested. Some people would rather give up and break things off completely instead of working on repairing the problems. Are you convinced that your relationship, even though it's over, is worth salvaging? Here are several steps to take in your quest to get your ex back. Say you're sorry. Believe it or not, saying you're sorry is one of the best methods to get your ex back. This should be the first step even if you don't eventually get your ex back. You need to be sure to apologize for the right thing. It takes two to tango, so to speak. Both of you got in this together, so don't blame yourself for everything. Try not to get caught up in an argument when you do apologize. Sometimes when someone says they are sorry, it leads to another argument. So don't get defensive if your ex brings something else up. Keep cool, calm, and collected. Just sit down and talk. If both of you can agree, then set a time to sit down and talk it out. Remember not to beg, whine, or force your ex into sitting down with you. If they don't want to, then just scratch this one and go to the next step. Keep in mind that you do not want to point the finger. Just sit together like rational adults and discuss the issues objectively. Let there be space. You might think this is the wrong approach to get your ex back, but remember that just because you want to talk to them doesn't mean that they do. Time away from each other might just be what the doctor ordered. If you give each other time to miss each other, then both of you may see the light. If you are constantly in touch, then that might not happen. Prove to them that you care about yourself. Get up and get on with your life. Don't be the one that acts desperate or stays home waiting for the phone to ring. If your mobile phone or home phone rings while you're there, just let it go to voicemail. You can always call them back later. Get in touch with some friends and go do something. When you call back, you could say that you were busy. This may cause your ex to want to go after you again.